Hello, 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 hello out there. I am happy to be with you this evening and whatever time you're hearing this. Talking with my friend DJ Dinah Mellin. She's a musician. She hosts the house concert series called the Brick Hill House Concerts. And I am so pleased. I hope I didn't freeze. It kind of looks like I did. We'll see soon enough. I'm so pleased to be with her speaking about not only her concert series and what's coming up, but also she's the creator of Blue Box Designs, and she's going to share some of her work and talk about what she's up to with that. So, welcome. Thank you for being here with us.
It's so nice to be here with you, Pandora.
So, you've been doing this series for how long now?
Since the spring or May of 2010.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, tell us all about it.
Well, being a performer in pubs and restaurants for quite some time, I was working with a duo called Fiddler's Rock, and before that, I was playing in some other bands. Fiddler's Rock actually started in 2012, but I was aware of the the chemistry that happens when there's a band playing, especially if it's just a small duo or a single, playing in loud pubs, and that sometimes the people aren't really listening, or the music is kind of mixed in with a lot of other noise. And there was an Irish pub here on the Cape that tried to do concerts, but it was hard not to let the people from the street come in to the bar. So there was still noise, even though we had a singer-songwriter doing a concert. So I was a little frustrated. And I had claustrophobia that January of February. I couldn't see into my living room with all my plants. And that's something you really want to see in the wintertime, is the green living things. So I took a half wall down. Then I heard that a house concert series in Hyannis was going to stop. Then I heard that two DJs on WGBH were laid off, a blues DJ and a folk DJ. So I went, I can do this. I'm going to have house concerts where you can hear the music. So I did that, and the first person to play in my house was that blues DJ from WGBH. Of course, I can't remember his name right now.
Well, that's really cool. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, haven't we all noticed how drown out the music can be? I think sometimes musicians make peace with it. I think you kind of have to on some level. Uh, but it's such a gift to be able to hear your favorite musicians, really, excellent bands, it so, clear with such clarity. I love your space. I think it's so much fun, and it's intimate, but it's actually surprising how many people you have at these concerts. So who is going to be performing in May, June, July, and I know in September you have Blue Dahlia.
Yeah, actually, that's going to work out the it's either the 30th or the 31st of August. Blue Dahlia will be playing here. They might need a place to stay on the 2nd of September, but I can't help them because I'm going to be out of town. So I have to find them a place to stay. Anyway, that's September. I mean, yes. But May 20th is a Friday, and we have something very unusual for my concert series, because usually it's kind of like Americana, old time, Irish, bluegrassy, Scottish, a little rock. But this time we have someone who has an incredible voice, who is more pop music, but it's beautiful. It's not disco-y. It doesn't have it's his own singer-songwriter, and it's very positive.
It's
sort of
beautiful. It's beautiful
uplift.
music. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be interviewing him on Wednesday, so I'm really excited about it. Jan Close, really gifted, and he's been all over. He's done TV, film, soundtracks, and I think because he lived in Kenya, South Africa, Germany, and the U.S., he's really mixed influences. Like I really feel like there's something about that that has informed his sense of pop.
But
No?
that's another reason why I was interested in him too, because he's worldly. He has been to many places. He's lived in many places, and now he's an American citizen. So I like the fact that he's blended. He's blended. Um, that's why I like to have these international bands come to my house. I'm very spoiled now. But it works out. This is all volunteer on my part, 100%. So nonprofit. So I don't have a 501(c) because it's just me here, and who wants that kind of paperwork? But that's what it is. The band gets the gate. They get the money that's coming in, and it's a suggested donation.
Yes, yes, and these bands really appreciate it because they're finding a place to stay a lot of times or some of the time, and it's a lot of work to put on these house concerts, of course, and they're so excellent. I've seen so many musicians come through your place, and I know I've really appreciated sometimes it's folky with the whole Irish thing, and I mean, what is it? North Gas, the
North Sea Gas will be here May 30th. That
right.
band has been together for over 30 years, from Scotland, and they tour every year. They missed 2 years, I think, because of COVID, and they're touring. And I grabbed them. I They had been playing down in West Dennis, I think, for a few years. But that hall isn't doing concerts anymore. So their agent, their manager, uh, is desperate to find a place on Cape Cod. So they came back home to my house because they'd been here 3 times already or so.
Yeah, and how would you describe them? Because to me, they're more than just Scottish. They have an eclectic kind of background. I mean, would you say it's true that they mix genres?
Um, I think they're sort of still classified as traditional, um, but it's upbeat. It's ruckus. It's not like a parlor concert where someone's singing a solo about a Scottish poem. No, no, this is you could stomp your feet and clap your hands and sometimes even sing along because you might recognize a song. You know, uh, it's not all composed by the band. They're doing familiar tunes. So,
Right. You'll recognize them. So uh after that, what do we have in July?
no, June 27.
Okay.
I think that's a Monday. And
Yes.
so it's May 30th is a Monday. So remember that. May 30th is actually Memorial Day. And that's when North Sea Gas is here. And I already have a few people on my list for that band because they have a fan club on Cape Cod. So hopefully they'll make more fans and you can call 508-255-3864. And that's my number. And on June 27th, we have a band that plays Irish music called Poor Man's Gambit. And one of my regular house concert goers had heard them. I don't know whether she heard them browsing on the internet or whether, I don't think she saw them live. But she said, "Oh, I found a really good band. You have to get them." And actually, it goes, I already heard from them maybe 2.5 years ago because they had contacted me, but the date wasn't going to work. But this time it does. June 27, Poor Man's Gambit, a trio. So So, are we still here?
Sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to check something and then it froze, and so yes, we're still here. So I want to know what your favorite memories or your best memories of the bands coming in, because you've had so much. I mean, it's always a whole story, there's always something going on. I you know.
Um, I recently had to cancel a concert because I didn't get enough people to call to make a reservation. I only had nine on that Tuesday before the concert, which was a Saturday, and I had to make a decision with the musician himself because it was going to be a duo, and one guy is coming from Ithaca, New York, one guy's coming from New York City, so nine people wasn't worth it for them to make the trip.
Right. And then conversely, you also recently hosted a musician and you had so many people, you had like 70 people or something. So you had to move it to a new location and then you had over 100 people. So,
Yes, I had 46 people on my list for the concert, March 22nd, with a very world-renowned band, another Scottish band called the Tannahill Weavers. And this is a great serendipity story. They unfortunately had to delay their tour because one of the band members got COVID, so they couldn't go anywhere for 10 days. And so they had missed quite a few concerts that were already booked. Mine was the first US concert of their tour. And they said, I'm sorry, we can't do the house concert. It's because of COVID, because they're afraid of COVID. And I had 46 people, and that would have been a lot in my house. Not too bad, but it would have been close. And one of the people on my guest list is involved with the South Harwich Meeting House, and her name is Judith Ford. And she had been talking up her meeting house, which took 17 years to renovate and restore. And after trying four places in Orleans with no luck to find a larger hall, I finally went, well, I think I'll give Judith a call. And so we ended up playing at South Harwich Meeting House and had 130 people. And the band went home very happy. And the funny thing is, this band, the Tannahill Weavers, played for Judith Ford's daughter's wedding 20 years ago. So
very,
Tannahill Weavers, they got a big present
that's
playing in that hall.
so. Do you have any particular memories that stand out from the past, like going back through the years, back what 12 years now? Is there?
I just it was a thrill to have this band from Ireland play here. They were called I Draw Slow, and they are Americana, and it's a brother sister who sing, and they have the what do they call it, the blood harmony, they call it, when you have like people in the same family singing because their voices are in the same family. And so the sister didn't play an instrument, but the brother played guitar, and he sang the harmonies with her. Most of the time it was him harmonizing with her. And they were wonderful, and we had fiddle, bass, banjo, guitar, and the other vocal. I just loved having them. It I have some connections with agents who do bookings with these various artists around, and I just lucked out having this band come. And then they came back. Like a few months later, they were here in July, and then they were here for Halloween. And we had two great concerts with I Draw Slow. And it was 2019, I believe. I think. It wasn't
I
too long ago. Yeah.
I love seeing Sarah McQuaid
Yeah.
and Sean Tyrell or Tyrell.
Oh, he's passed.
I know. And I saw that the beautiful couple who both play harp and they met at some like harp conference or something.
Yeah.
British
This
couple, I think.
He's Scottish and she was Irish.
Yeah. They had such a cute daughter running around.
Yeah. I took pictures of the daughter eating ice cream. That was very nice. William, can't remember his name. I should have my list in front of me.
So
Uh,
another question that I have for you is, what have you been working on lately? You have this design company, you're the creator of Blue Box Designs. You also have been collaborating with musically with people. So you want to share what's up?
well, I have my blue box designs. My first product that I can actually sell is a pair of socks with the, and it has the logo on the front of the socks. So you can see there's blue box designs on the toes.
Yes, and if folks don't know what those mysterious blue boxes over the wetlands, the swamps, and so on and so forth are, tell them what they are.
Well, they're blue boxes, but they're bug boxes. They're like fly traps for the greenheads. I think it's basically the greenheads that get trapped in there. Uh, Other bugs can go in there too. They're welcome to, especially the biting ones.
The
It's the
mysterious.
female greenhead. The female greenhead is the one who wants all the hamburgers she can get.
Wow, okay. So what inspired you to choose that name?
I chose it because I did some research and I found out that that color blue is scientifically it work. They figured out scientifically that the greenhead looks at that blue box and says, "Oh, it's a warm-blooded animal. I think I'm going to go bite it." So it goes under his belly and gets trapped. See, I don't like greenheads. I despise greenheads. So that's the whole story behind the greenhead boxes.
Very cool. Awesome. So I know you've been collaborating with musicians. You went into the recording studio. You've done some work with some friends of yours. Do you want to share these
Well,
forthcoming?
my friend and fellow fiddler Daniel Levine is working on a fiddle on a CD, excuse me, and I'm on her CD twice. We're playing a waltz, and then we I joined Denya and Julie Charland on a song. So, and then I am on a few record.
Oh, it looks like we have an oh, so we had a little interruption in the recording. I think it was on your end, although it could be my end. Do you want to repeat that the last thing you said about Denya?
Um, I'm on Danielle Levine's CD that she is going to be releasing this fall, and I'm on two songs, two two tunes. There's a two fiddle tunes, "Waltz for a Winter Day" and "Itzical Freilach," and we play the two of those together. And Marae Dougherty is playing with us as well on harp, and then the second tune that I'm on is with Denya and Julie Charland, and they're singing a fun tune, and I'm accompanying them. And I just finished doing a recording over at Checkpoint East Recording Studio on 6A, right next to Joe Mama's downstairs, underneath the Trove Gallery with Clark. What's his name? Anyway, Clark owns Trove and the recording studio downstairs. So the name of the band is Working the Tide. So I'm on 6 tunes on that CD. I think. I mean, it's still in the works. You never know. They might have to erase it.
Or come back in for more. I just wanted to give a shout out to Dr. Paula Sperry and also Nana's Way for liking our video. Thank you. Thank you. Um, so, how can folks support this series and how can they find you? And maybe even recommend musicians or just find out more details. I think all of your concerts officially start at 7:30, but people, it seems like they show up at 7. So what are the deets? What are the
Well,
details?
yeah, park on the road, bring a flashlight, and the doors open at 7. And hopefully the concert will start around 7:30. So people should come in and find their seats. And 7:30 is a good time. That basically means you'll be leaving here around 9:30. There'll be 2 sets with an intermission. And some people can bring the beverage of their choice. I'll have seltzer and coffee. And they can also bring food to share. Not dinner, like just finger food. And so that we can have that during our intermission. So it always works out so nicely. And
Does. It's a lovely rhythm. It's just a lovely rhythm. I just think people eating together, breaking bread together, it just adds that extra like warm touch, homey kind of feel.
oh, good, thanks.
Yeah. So how can folks contribute? Because it would be nice for you to be supported by this. I mean, you know, I don't know. Is there any way folks can support you? I guess the best way, because it's a you're not a nonprofit. It's you're not profiting. The best way to support you is to just direct their friends to your concerts. People who like folk music, Americana. Come to your shows. Irish music, Scottish music. Go to your Facebook page, Brick Hill House Concerts, and now you're on Instagram, so folks can find you also on Instagram. And when people see a concert that they're interested in and they think they're going, then they're sure they're going, then just RSVP ahead of time so Dinah knows how many folks to expect.
Yeah, it's important that I know how many people are coming. It's like the sad day was only 9 people. And there had been lots of time for people to sign up because I've been promoting way ahead of time. But I understand we're still having these waves of COVID. People are still very wary about being close to a group of people. Or they make up their decisions. Well, they might go to the grocery store, but they're not going to go to dinner someplace, I understand. I do the same thing. So, but it would be nice. Right now, I can only have people who are vaccinated and everybody wears a mask. This won't happen forever, but right now it's a wise idea. Obviously, when you're eating, you'll have to move your mask. But let's not eat for too long. This is COVID time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, folks can see Jan Close, who is a pop musician, really excellent. Folks can go online and check him out and see if you're interested. And I'll be interviewing him on Wednesday on Facebook, and then the show will air on Healing Wisdom at 9 a.m. on WOMR. And folks can always stream that anywhere at WOMR.org. And then also you have the I wish I had the paper in front of me, but I know you've got boy, what North Sea Gas, May 31st.
No, the 30th, Monday the 30th. Yeah.
Monday the 30th. And after that,
June 27th is Poor Man's Gambit, the Irish band, a trio.
cool. And then in August, the Blue Dahlia.
Yeah.
Into August. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, DJ Dinah Mellin, for joining us today. Do you have a Blue Box Designs page that we can go to up yet? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, Blue Box Design is on Facebook. I haven't set it up where you could say I want 5 pairs of socks, but they are there. If you're interested, I have a box of them, and we can figure out a price.
Awesome.
I would like to print some more and put the bug on them.
Okay, cool. I think they're really cute. Kind of, if you don't know that they bite, or if you pretend that they don't, you can kind of, green's a good color on anyone, even an insect. So, how can folks contact you?
Well, they can contact me at Chezdi, Chezdi. That's a French word, Chezdi, at yahoo.com. or call me at 508-255-3864. That's my landline, and you can leave a message because there's a lot of spam calls coming through, so I wouldn't know unless it's your name and I recognize your name, or you might have to wait just a little bit. And I'm not going to give my cell phone because that's just going to drive me crazy.
Don't do it.
Uh,
Don't do it.
so
So Brick Hill House concerts, don't confuse it with any other brick house. Brick Hill House concerts. It's a wonderful series, been around 12 years. Thank you, DJ Dinah Mellin. Also, folks can listen to your um, radio show on Mondays. Would you like to plug that?
yeah, tune in to WOMR at 92.1 FM or 91.3 FM. That's WFMR. We're outermost or furthermost radio. Monday nights from 5 to 8, we have a Celtic World program, and I've been with that program since 1997. Daniel Levine has been there longer. She's one of the founders. And and then there's two others. We have Mark O'Leary and Walter Buckingham. So 4 of us rotate Mondays.